Yo, I know what you're here for. Let's get to that sports talk, baby. Happy Halloween to everybody who celebrated Halloween or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You wore your costumes out there. Shout out to anybody with the best costumes and what y'all put on. And we got a lot going on today. Y'all see the title. We're gonna go over some Jets. We're going over some news later in the video. But first, let me share my screen. We got a little candy trivia, a little Halloween trivia we haven't celebrated here on the channel. Happy Halloween to anybody out there. Like said, let's go ahead and share. We talk about him just a little later. Okay, Vance. What candy is the best on Halloween? Growing up, you went hot trick or treating or whatnot. What candy were you looking forward in your basket every time you got back home and your basket was full of shit? You had a big ass bag. What was
Yeah.
that candy you was like, yeah, I had to
So
have?
for me, my dad and I have the same answer. You can ask my dad. You can ask me. From day one, peanut M&Ms. I love them. Peanut M&Ms. Those are my vice.
M&Ms.
Peanut
Hell
M&Ms,
yeah.
not M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms.
Hell yeah. For me, when I got that bag, man, I had to make sure I had some Snickers in there, right there on the screen. I had to make sure I had some Skittles up in there because I like Skittles. My favorite candy is Lifesavers, not the one where you get the sour one, just like there on the screen. You
Like
get
the
the one
gummy
little
ones.
ring. Yeah, like the regular gummy ones. You put those in there, I'm gonna be lit. But most of all, if I get a Kit Kat, Snickers, and some Skittles, you got me right there. You the best house. You the best house. I'm with you all the way with that. Yeah, but y'all tell me in the comments, y'all, what's the best candy out there?
This might be a bigger debate than the sports topics themselves. It
Yeah,
honestly might be.
facts, bro. Cause you got your Whoppers out there. You know your old folks. You like your Whoppers. You like some people like their Milky
Crunch
Way,
bar,
the Three Musketeers. You know the Hershey bar, almond
Crunch
Hershey.
bar,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
Milk
You
Duds,
get
all those stuff.
yeah, man. You get all that stuff up in there, man. Halloween was a good thing. I remember I dressed up as Michael Jackson one time.
How
I
was it
dressed
taking your
up
son? How was
as
that?
oh yeah, that was
How
kind
was
of
it
like
taking
his
your
first
boy?
Halloween. Yeah, that was his first Halloween, and he was dressed up as Buzz Lightyear, so that was pretty fun to do because
That's adorable.
I'm usually the guy that's running out and getting the candy from the door. I've been stopped that. Like you should probably stop that around 15, 16. That's me.
For me, it
You
was
should
like 13.
yeah.
But how was it taking your son? Because that's something I hope to experience one day.
The bad thing was about it was the only thing was it was not that many kids out there walking around going door to door. Yes, people were handing out candy, but it wasn't a lot of kids outside at night
It's
trying to
all
get
about
some
the
candy.
experience of seeing people you know.
Yeah, man. Yes,
Like I'll be honest, like I was the Joker one year. I was a chef. I was a little scarecrow a couple when I was real young. But it wasn't for me. It wasn't about the candy. It was more about like people that you knew and seeing what they dressed up as. That
yeah.
was my favorite part.
Hey, Halloween used to be crazy when I was young. Friends outside, everybody
Like
outside,
you knew
and like I
everyone.
said, yeah, you just knew everyone in the neighborhood. And like I said, if you put some Skittles in my basket, that's the best.
You're
You put some
golden.
Snickers in the basket, that's the best. I'm with you. I'm at your house. I'm knocking again.
Did you,
But
did you ever do the thing where like you would eat them while you're trick or treating? I would do that.
oh hell yeah. I dig in that bowl first door because I got my taste for it. You know what I'm saying? You got
I
the
would
taste for
literally
it
eat them
already.
while trick or treating. No shame in my game.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, look, y'all put what the best candy is, what y'all was ready for when y'all opened y'all basket when you was young, or if you at the age now and you tune into the channel, what is your favorite candy in that basket? Vance's. What was yours, Vance? Again,
Peanut M&Ms.
peanut M&Ms, me Snickers, Skittles, whatever gummies. I'm with it all the way. Okay, we're gonna rank these. We're gonna rank these NFL, NBA players. Their Halloween costumes coming through here. You got to rank them 1 out of 10. Miles Garrett, he coming there with the Terminator. Y'all rank this 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Vance, what you giving Terminator Miles Garrett?
I like the attempt. I'll give it a 7. I like the attempt.
I like it. I like the term, and he come crazy every year. I know he was like Vecna from what's it called from Netflix, that crap with
What
Millie
one?
Brown, Stranger Things. That's what he was last year. So he comes out with the costumes. I'm gonna give him a solid 8. I'm gonna give him a solid 8. That's what I'm gonna give him. Next we got Wembenyama. Somebody tell me what this is. I know it's some anime.
I don't even know what that
thing.
is.
Yeah, I know it's like an anime thing or something like that, but he looked crazy. I know he was Slender Man last year or whatnot, but I'm gonna give this a solid 6 or 7. I really don't know who this guy is. I don't follow anime. Don't destroy me in the comments, but
I don't either,
I'll
to be
give
honest
you,
with you. You just don't,
yeah,
don't
I'll give
destroy
him a
us. I
solid
just don't
7.
either.
What are you giving Advance?
I like it, but again, I don't know. I'll give it like a 4 or 5. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
If I knew, it'd be cooler.
Okay, four for Vance, 6 for
If I
6
knew
for you
if I
guys.
knew what it was, it probably would be cooler.
Yeah. It would probably be cool. I know it's like an anime character or something like that. Next, we got Jared Goff. If you've seen the
I saw
movie,
this.
yeah, and then you got Christian McCaffrey, the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. You got Jared Goff. Shake It or Bake It. You seen that? You seen that movie with the racers or whatnot?
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, Ricky Bobby and his wife. They looking amazing. I'm gonna give Jared Goff the slight edge over here. I like Ricky Bobby. I love the movie. I'm gonna give him a solid 7. I like Ricky Bobby. Wizard of Oz. Christian McCaffrey did his thing here. I ain't gonna put him low. I'll put him just 1 point under Goff, probably a 6.
I'll give them both an 8. I like the Wonder Bread a lot, though.
Yeah.
I'll give them both an 8.
I like the costume too. I think this next one, yeah. I know he's not an NFL or NBA player, but this is Home Alone. He dressed up as Joe Burrow. He kind of looked like
Macaulay Culkin killed it.
It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna go a solid 10 out of 10. I'm gonna go a solid 10 out of 10. He nailed it.
Is he from Cincinnati?
I'm not sure, but he definitely nails the costume. He definitely looks like Joe Shiesty.
Is he from the same state? Hold on. Is he from the same state as me? Let's look this up.
Yeah. Well, what you give the costume, Vance?
I'll give it a 9. It's Joe Burrow, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I'll give it a solid 9. He looked like Joe Burrow. That's why I had to put him in there. He kind of looked like Joe Burrow. So I'll give him a solid 10 out of 10. I like this one. I like the Terminator one. It's kind of a toss up between these two. But we got some more costumes coming up. A Home Alone, like you know what I'm saying? Home Alone, Christmas coming up. Then you got him in the Joe Burrow. I kind of mess with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to anybody. What y'all rank this one out of 10? The Joe Burrow Home Alone nigga collab. That's kind of hard. I give him a solid 10 out of 10. LeBron James, Halloween is still not done yet. He got the Scream mask on.
He didn't really try. If he would have tried, I would rank it higher.
Yeah. He didn't have to fit with it. He just had the mask.
Here's the thing. He always talks about how much he loves Halloween. He didn't really try, though.
Yeah, probably because his schedule was probably hot this year. But the last couple years, he had the parties. He was like Beetlejuice, and then he was like Freddy Krueger.
He was Freddy Krueger one year. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, those were really nice. This one, he didn't really try, kind of like put on a mask on. And shout out the Wayans. They coming out making a Scary Movie 4 or 5 or something like that.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, I like the Wayans, and they're pretty funny when they made those. After them, they kind of fell off with their kind of movies. But I like the Scream mask. LeBron James is not over for Halloween. I'll take the Scream mask. I'm gonna give him a solid 3 because he didn't try with the rest of the body, but I'll give him a 3. Vance is with me, giving him a 3. And I think this might be it for the costumes. Yes. Now let's get to the sports aspect. Shout out to anybody on Halloween, but now let's get into it. Texans versus the Jets, 13-21. In this one, we got, first off, we're going to start with the most horrible play of the
Is this dropping the ball before the goal line?
Dropping the ball before the goal line. What the hell are you doing, bro?
Okay, I'm going to say something before you go on. I don't mean to cut you off. Is that not the most Jets thing ever?
It was the most Jets thing ever because the thing is they weren't doing anything in the first half. Look, I'm gonna give you first half drive, 3 plays punt, 4 plays punt, forced fumble on the goal line for a touchback, 3 plays punt, 4 plays punt, 3 plays punt, and then they go into the halftime. The Jets we seen fans with bags over their head at one point in this game, and that
they were
put
chanting,
put the cherry on top.
And they were chanting at one point, "Sell the team." I saw.
But hey, that was
what happened? Is that not the most Jets thing on the planet?
Nah, that was kind of crazy. That's kind of like Deshaun Jackson. You know, Deshaun Jackson was doing that in college, and a lot of people got on him about that. You're an NBA player, you're an NFL player. Run into the end zone. The worst thing you can do is drop the ball at the goal line, and it makes no sense for you to
plenty of room.
I agree with you.
Plenty of room.
And the thing is, that's the worst thing you could do, bro. Drop the ball. You can't drop the ball, bro. You can't drop the ball before the end zone. That's the worst thing you could do.
I think the thing for me that kind of does it is really funny is that is so Jets. It's not even funny. If it falls in the end zone, is it a touchdown? Because it fell in the end zone. Is that a touchdown?
No. They review it and then they see what happens to the ball afterwards, and it went out of bounds. It rolled out of bounds after that play, so it counted as a touchback, and that's what it counted as a touchback fumble.
I thought the ball, because I get he's dropping it, but look, the ball crosses right there.
Yeah, but
that is weird.
But he loses the ball right before he gets over the power line. He got excited. That was his first. That was his first touchdown or something like that.
That is so New York Jets. It's not even funny.
Nah, that's kind of bad too. And he kind of looked like it's been a couple dudes, like the guy from Washington that was kind of looking away. Did you see where they might not play him the next game? They might bench him.
I did see that, yeah.
That's kind of something you might be benched. I think. If you're an owner or a GM, what are you saying to this guy? Are you cut? Are you fined? Are you benched? Are you suspended? What are we doing with this guy?
If it's his first touchdown, that's where I struggle.
Yeah,
because if it's his first NFL touchdown, like you said, he might be really excited.
Yeah, he was really he got too excited, bro, and it was his first touchdown, and he finally got some touches in the game. And when you get your first touches in the game and you get your first touchdown, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong because now they might not even put you back out there at all. Like I said, a lot of struggles here for Houston. You got no Nico Collins. You got no Stefon Diggs. It's a lot of things going on. They gotta lean on Tank Dell to be better than what he is after he got from a season-ending injury last year. So you're asking a lot from Tank Dell, and and CJ Stroud. Like Van said, I kind of agree. Sometimes you get your first year, you don't got film on you, but then we get the film on you and then it gets kind of difficult down the stretch. And when you don't got the weapons, you got a Stefon Diggs, like a Nico Collins. CJ Stroud kind of has to put the team on his back like he did his first year. And that's kind of hard to do.
It's proven to be difficult for him.
Yeah, it'll be pretty difficult for him to do something here. But
not that he can't do it. Not that he can't do it because he can.
Nah, he definitely can because we've seen him do it before.
Does he want to?
Yeah, it's kind of hard, and plus he got sacked 8 times, so he was kind of under duress. He was kind of under duress the whole game here.
Yes.
And then his kicker missed 2 field goals when they were trailing 14-10. Fairburn. Don't know what you do here. And look, that's a chippy. That's an extra point, basically.
You know the thing with kickers is you literally have one job.
Yeah, man. And I don't think it's windy up there in New York or anything. I mean, all you got to do is kick it more to the right. Why are you making it that close anyway?
It's windy in New Jersey. It wasn't windy then, but it is windy.
Yeah. Then we got to talk about.
As someone who's been to Jersey and because it's next to the city, it does get windy there, but it wasn't then. But you are right.
Yeah, man. And like I said, the Texans just got to do a lot here. But the play of the game was Malachi Corey at first until we had this Vance, until we had Michael Jordan, Garrett Wilson come out of nowhere and snag that motherfucker. At first, it wasn't a touchdown. Then
that's the Jordan logo. That's the Jordan logo backwards.
Yeah, man. That was a hell of a catch from Garrett Wilson. And you see him do some catches like this with Zach Wilson. Doesn't matter who his quarterback is, but I
saw him do that at Ohio State.
Yeah, man, that was a crazy catch from Garrett Wilson. I give him his respect on that one. And like I said, at first, it kind of looked like with what we happened with George Pickens last game, we kind of talked about where he got like 2 feet down and they were going to really complete.
Yeah.
But then Garrett Wilson, he got 1 foot down, then his other shin came down and kind of got it in the end zone, and they reversed it, gave him the touchdown. And you kind of got to give somebody a touchdown on this one because that's a great catch. That's almost OBJ-esque. You know what I'm saying? That
might be better.
Yeah, like that's one of the best catches we've ever seen. Like that was, and think about how far out it was. Like, let's see if we can
he pulled it back in.
Let's see if we can get the play up here. I know they got it somewhere around here. Oh yeah, this might be it right here.
Rodgers to the end zone.
Wow!
Holy shit!
Look how great that was, bro! Like, holy! And this is from the 25.
Rodgers to the end zone.
Wow!
Wilson. Can he one-handed and stay in?
That's just a pure athlete. That's all that is. That's just a pure.
Yeah, that was a box out. That was a pure box out by Garrett Wilson. That was a good.
That is just pure athleticism.
That was a good ass catch, bro. One of the best catches of the year. We had some crazy plays this week. We had Noah Brown, Harry. We got Michael Jordan.
I'm not a Jets guy, but those black jerseys are nice.
Nah, them black. I'll give him respect on that one.
Okay. Off topic. Look up 49ers black jerseys. Those are the best jerseys in football.
Exactly what he
I've seen those too. They kind of look like Arizona black jerseys.
But I don't think he's going to be able to stay with him. Aaron Rodgers exactly what he
Garrett
wanted.
Wilson
and
that looked like vintage Davante.
There they are. But I don't think he's going to be able to stay
Davante
with him.
had got injured. I think he got injured in this game.
What he wanted, a coverage
and then he came back.
That looked like vintage him, though.
Yeah, man. So, they snapped the 5-game losing streak, Vance. They move forward. They get their third win on the season, still 3-6. Can you see anything turning around here with them?
I mean,
can you see them making the playoffs?
I'll say a wild card for the fact that it is, yes, Aaron Rodgers is old. It's still Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it is still Aaron Rodgers.
He might be 40. It's still Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, respect. Like I said, some wide receivers had to make some great plays for him, just like kind of like Russ. Russ throws a good ball into coverage, but his wide receivers come up with big plays. And I think that's what it kind of came down to. His wide receivers making big plays. CJ Stroud had a pretty bad game, 11 for 30, 191. Like I said, a loss of Nico Collins, loss of Stefon Diggs is a big, huge problem. They moved to 6-3. Still got a lot of season left. They got a lot of wins under their belt. Hopefully, Nico Collins can come off the injured reserve. Hopefully, Tank Dell can step up. Joe Mixon is going to have to carry a load, and we know Joe Mixon could be injured in some situations. So hey, I don't know if he comes back, creates a spark or anything. Aaron Rodgers has somewhat of a good game, 22 for 32, 211 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. As you could see in this one, might have had score could have been worse if Malachi Corey could have got in there and didn't kind of drop the ball at the goal line. So hey, Jets played a good game in this one. For me, I'm not sure about playoffs yet. I'm
not either,
not
but
sure.
I said wild card because I think the Bills win the division.
But I'm gonna hold it because you got Nico Collins out. This is a very struggling Texas team with injuries. Yeah, this is a very struggling Texas team. Even Will Anderson or the defensive end, he was injured in this game. So
I think I only said wild card because the Bills are going to win the division. But I think the other thing for me is, do you think Steph comes back? Because I know before he got hurt, Steph wanted a contract to stay with the Texans. He didn't get one. Do you think he's done as a Texan, in your opinion? What do you think?
Like I said, I don't think he's done as a Texan because, CJ Stroud said, he's been comfortable. He's been playing some of his best ball. He's been in some of his best environment he's been in.
How would he know good environment? But here, hold on. I love CJ. How would he know bad environment? He's been in the league 2 years. Not even. How would he know what a bad and good environment is?
I mean,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But how would CJ know what a good or bad environment? He's been in the league not even 2 years.
So you saying Texans don't got a good environment?
I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying, how would CJ know what's good or bad if he hasn't? How could he?
CJ has been okay. He hasn't been in the NFL, but CJ Stroud has been playing football for almost his whole life. He can see what a good locker room is and what a bad locker room is. You don't got to be in the NFL to know that.
I think that I don't believe that for one reason. I'll give you why. If you're at Ohio State, it's a good locker room. If you're at Kent State they're both in Ohio. Kent State's 0-8. That's a bad locker room. But he only knows good locker room.
I think the Texans got a good locker room. You got them.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I just think
they are.
I just think if Steph was going to come back, they would have given him an extension. I really do.
Exactly.
Not that I have a problem. I think Steph's a good player. I really do. I just think if he was going to come back, he would have gotten a deal already. That's just me. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong.
I think he still got a couple years left on his deal. I'm not sure if his deal is up after this year. I'm not all into that contract.
He's a free agent after this year.
But I think he re-signed. Well, it depends on it's the business aspect. You got to put like that. NFL is a business. So if the Texans say they want him back, then that's on the Texans to want him back. Or they can say, hey, look, we're gonna let you. We don't know how bad this injury is gonna be. You are up in age. This is a torn ACL. You are a wide receiver. You need your knees. You need your legs up under you to create separation. So we don't know what Stefon Diggs is when he's going to come back, but I just know what the relationship he's had with CJ Stroud. It's been looking like a great relationship other than the Bills, where, yes, Stefon Diggs was sensational with the Bills. He was sensational. But we know Josh Allen and him had somewhat of a disconnect there, which sent Stefon Diggs on his way to the Texans. He had the same thing with Kirk Cousins, and in that situation there, he kind of sent his way out, went to the Bills, and you know what I'm saying? I feel like he didn't got to his spot to where he's kind of not doing those things, and he's kind of fitting in his place with the Texans, but who knows? I feel like he probably would stay. They kind of need wide receivers like that, but they don't need injured wide receivers. They need people who can stay on the field.
I'll say it like this. He should stay. I don't know if he will. I think he should, though.
Yeah, he should stay. And plus, and then you got the Texans. They're playing on a short week. They play Sunday, and then you go play Thursday. You know, that's a lot of toll on the team.
Yep.
And I think they played a tough team on that Sunday, and then they go back and play the Jets defense. And the Jets defense day after day, they can be serious. And like I said, he got sacked 8 times. 8 times he got sacked. Next game, the Jets have the Colts, and then they got the Colts, and then I think they got another team. I forget.
I would like the Jets more in that game if Flacco wasn't the starter.
Yeah.
But because
I think
Flacco's a starter, I think the Colts will win. I don't. I think the Colts win.
After that, they got like the Cardinals, so they can change things around. I think you might be right, Vance. I think they can.
I don't think they'll beat the Colts because of Flacco, but I do think they'll make the wild card.
The Texans, they got an uphill battle. Guess who they got next week, Vance? Detroit Lions.
That'll be a good game.
It will be a good game, but I don't know, man. You got all these injuries, and it comes a time where the Lions, they're healthy. They don't got Hutchinson right now. He's out because he broke his leg or whatnot. He broke his fibula or something like that. So he's gonna be out. But other than that, they're still pretty dominant. So they got to play better. The Jets gotta play better in the first half. You're not going to do that in the first half against every team and win against every team in the second half. You have to create points. You and Garrett Wilson and Davante. I'm loving the spark. I'm gonna say that. I'm loving the Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams spark. They get the touchdowns, and that's kind of like the eye opener to say this is what we can do in that second half as a team. But can you do it for all 4 quarters? Because you're going to run to a team that's good for all 4 quarters. And how can you set up against them teams? Can you beat a Detroit Lions? I still don't think you can beat a Detroit Lions.
In division, Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat a Buffalo. I still think you can't beat a Buffalo. I still don't think you can beat the Chiefs.
What about Miami?
Miami, most definitely. I know Tua did come back, and that's a different team with Tua.
What about this?
But I think the Jets
what if they play Miami? Okay. They play Miami to go to the playoffs. Winner the game goes. Who you taking? Who do you have more faith in?
Say who are they facing in the playoffs? That depends.
It's Jets, Miami to go to the playoffs. Who do you think wins the game? Who do you have more faith in to go to the playoffs? Jets or Dolphins?
I'm gonna go Miami because for some reason Aaron Rodgers, and I don't want to disrespect the man, but hey, look. You've gotten to NFC championships over and over again, and it just seems like he falls under pressure sometimes and just loses games that you would think you're going to
win.
Like I'm putting my bet in money that the Aaron Rodgers is gonna win this elimination game to get into the playoffs. Either you win or go home. I'm putting my money on Aaron Rodgers because he's Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, something you said when we did radio together. That people don't know what I want to kind of. I remember something you said. I want to give you some credit. You had said on radio one time, for as talented as number 8 for the Jets is, he should have more than 1 Super Bowl win. He really should.
Yeah, man.
Said he should have. You said, and I agree with you. He should have minimum of 3. He's too talented to have 1.
Especially that time where he did go up against your team and they were in Lambeau and basically
we killed them.
Yeah, the defense just really just really killed them. Like
he played great. He played great, but the defense let him down.
Yeah, man. But hey,
I'm with you. I'm with you, and I think that what you said needs to be out there more. He is too talented to have 1 ring. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah, way too talented. We had the Michael Jordan catch. What y'all think about that catch? Where does that rank all time? And your eyeball and your eyesight, where does that rank? How do you love that catch? What are the things about Davante?
Are we talking about more? Do you mean more about like style or like how critical just the catch was?
just the play, just the.
No, I mean do you mean like because there's there's plays that aren't as impressive, but they're in like playoff situations where like it's into the Super Bowl. Like in terms of how cool it looked, that was an awesome looking play. But I think the Immaculate Reception is one of the greatest ever, or the touchdown 1981, Joe Montana to Dwight Clark to send my team to the Super Bowl the first time ever.
Yeah.
I think that was the greatest catch because it sent my team to the Super Bowl.
Most definitely, but you know, this is a difficult ass catch. You know what I'm saying?
It is. There's no doubt about that. I don't disagree.
You got the Michael Jordan pose, but I don't rank it as number one catch. I know it's got to be impact right now.
Yeah.
Right now, my immaculate catch is Noah Brown. Hail Mary, baby.
That wasn't bad. The one thing I will say is this: the Michael Jordan thing. I don't think he was going for that though.
Nah, he definitely wasn't. He just tried to catch the ball. He made an amazing catch. But let's get to it, Vance. We gotta talk about it. I know you don't want to talk about it, but we're gonna have to talk about it. Yankees, somewhat with your teams, y'all get to these points in these situations where y'all up in games and then y'all find a way to lose them. What happened, Vance?
That's not entirely accurate. We didn't lose the game. The team lost the game. One player didn't lose it. Now, I'm proud of the team.
I'm talking about the team.
I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the team. First time in 15 years, we made the World Series. I'm proud of them. I really am.
Yeah.
That was a tough one because funny enough, we outscored the Dodgers in terms of runs, but they didn't make mistakes in critical moments. We did. But I also felt like, and this is not me being a hater, they deserve the win. But I said this to you on the last stream. It seemed like from the start they wanted them to win. They
just came out and they got some wins up. Maybe y'all just got y'all feet up under y'all late in the series. I think that's what happened. Y'all
game one, we were
the Judge played good this game.
I'll tell you why I don't believe that. You're not for most of what you said. I agree with. I don't agree. You feet up under us late because going into the 10th inning of game one, we were leading. Game one, we were leading in the 10th inning. We found our footing immediately. We were leading going into the 10th inning. We lost on a walk-off, but we were leading.
Y'all were up 5-0. 5-0, and that's a lot in baseball.
You said finding footing till late. That's not true. Game one, we were leading game one.
Yeah.
The 5-0, it was just a bunch of bad.
They got a really good team, really good roster.
There's no doubt about it. They're very good.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and they turn LA been a little spot right now. I mean, you can't really deny him right now.
Funny enough, I actually saw something crazy. Outside of the Liberty, can you name the last championship a major sports team in New York won?
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure.
Don't quote me on this. I think it was 2012
and that's pretty bad. Like to say Liberty.
Let me look it up.
Was the
last New York championship outside of the Liberty.
And the thing is,
here we go. Outside of the Liberty, who just won, 2012 New York Giants.
Yeah. And since then, New York has been cursed. I don't know what it is. New York has been cursed, but not y'all, because y'all made it there. You know what I'm saying? You made it there. So your team was very great, but we gotta talk about this, Vince. What y'all gonna do about Soto? $700 million is a hefty price.
He's not getting 700. I can tell.
You don't think he's getting? He's looking for 700. You don't think he's getting 700?
He's looking for 645. That's what his agent said, and his agent is also agents for a lot of guys on the Yankees. He's not getting 700. We are the favorites to sign him. I think we will re-sign him. I don't think 700 is going to be.
He said
the going rate from what I've heard. The going rate. The minimum number is 645.
Okay. Okay. He said he's listening to all offers. He he said he's listening to all team offers. He isn't locked into the Yankees.
No,
but
I know.
You seem
He shouldn't
like
be.
He's
So,
the favorite.
Anyone that knows about Scott Boras, you don't sign with him as an agent. You don't have him as your agent and not get top dollar. You just don't. You don't sign with Scott Boras to take less money. That's just that you just don't do that.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Then 0 pitches in the postseason for Marcus Stroman. Pay him $37 million. How do you feel about that? Him not getting no pitches in this game and being a big invested guy.
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. He was not good to end the year. He was also injured.
Okay.
He was injured and he wasn't good in most of the last 2 months of the season. The last 2 months of the regular season, he was not good. And he was also injured. I like that he didn't pitch. He was on the roster. I understand it in case we needed him, which I get. But he also didn't pitch well when he did pitch when it didn't matter. He didn't pitch well. He honestly didn't.
Yep. Now, they get they 8th World Series. Y'all still up by 1,000 World Series, so you ain't got nothing to worry about anybody catching y'all in World Series right now.
The next closest has 11.
Yep. But LA, they get a World Series. Ohtani, he definitely deserving of it. He's been one of the best baseball players, probably the best baseball player.
I actually saw a funny thing I want to tell you about. It had nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the Dodgers. But I watched this video of LeBron today talking about Boston and how the fans are like racist. Here's the funny thing. He calls Boston sports fans racist. Here's the funniest part about all of it, okay? Do you know what Fenway Sports Group is?
No.
So Fenway Park is the name of the Red Sox stadium, Boston Red Sox, the Yankees' rival. LeBron James has called the people of Boston racist, yet he's a part of an ownership group that owns the Boston Red Sox. How does that work? You call a city racist, but you're going to own a team in a city that you called racist. How does that
Boston
work?
fans do be looking like they be saying some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Saying they do. No, I'm not saying they don't. I agree with you. I'm not saying they don't.
And I'm not saying everybody is racist, but it might be some racist. Like LeBron has heard us a lot of stuff. You can't lie.
I'm not saying he hasn't. But my point is, if you're going to say that about a city, if you believe that, why would you own a team in that city if you believe what you're saying?
I don't know. Probably a money move. Just a money move to him.
But that's what people are saying. Like, you can't say that, LeBron, and then go and be a part. You can't say that about that city and then own the Red Sox. Like, that to me, that just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense probably to me, but the money move is a money move is the money move. That's all I see. That's all I can say it is. But hey, New York fans, Boston fans, they do be crazy about their teams. Don't lie.
No, I know. I'm not. No, you are correct, because I have a question for you. They're probably
the most serious fans of all fans.
I have a question for you, because you're a LeBron guy. I still am a LeBron guy. I have a question for you. Do you believe these reports that have come out in the last couple of years about that it wasn't supposed to be Miami, it was supposed to be New York, but they botched it by signing Amari Stoudemire? Do you believe that, or what do you think? I don't know what to believe, because I've heard from players, they've said we wanted to go to New York, like Mike Miller, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They all wanted to go to the Knicks.
Oh yeah,
but the Knicks botched it. But they botched it and signed an injured Amari Stoudemire. Do you believe that, or do you think it was always Miami? What do you think?
I think I believe that, because New York is the biggest brand in basketball. Let's be real. Like that, Boston and the Knicks, maybe, like I said, the Lakers. But
I don't think there's a wrong answer here.
Yeah. So I I mean, Miami, Miami's a really nice place to go. But if you want the attention, the
You're
lights,
gonna
the
be
cameras,
if you win there, you're a legend.
you're a complete legend. You're statue made.
Yes.
You're
Because here's the thing I will say. I don't think there's a wrong answer saying he wanted to go to New York but ended up going to Miami. I'm with you. I don't think there's a bad answer, but I just wanted to ask you because I don't know where you stand. Do you think they all wanted New York, but the Amari Stoudemire signing kind of derailed that? What do you think? I want your opinion. You think it was New York?
I think it probably had to be New York at that time. It's just New York always finds a way to botch situations, which I don't understand. You're getting LeBron. You're
By
getting
New York,
D-Wade.
you mean the Knicks. You mean the Knicks, yeah.
Yes. The Knicks, New York, period, though. Like, you see what Saquon and the Giants, and they get rid of Saquon, and then you got the Jets firing Salah, and then hiring Aaron, and then getting Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers is just an old Aaron Rodgers.
Because this team is an outlier. This team doesn't botch much.
Yeah, Yankees is definitely an outlier. But I wanted to get your opinion.
So you wanted to get your opinion on this,
though. Yeah. No, I think they wanted to go to New York. And I wanted to get your opinion on this right here. How do you feel about them getting kicked? They had seats for the next game. They were just trying to beat
I heard some stuff about this. I don't like it, but I'll put it like this. I don't agree with it, what the fans did, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Here's why I say that. Because you haven't been to a World Series in 15 years. The Dodgers won in 2020. That's all the frustration of 15 years. You're getting killed in the series. I understand it. Don't get me wrong. Humans, I get it. It's human emotion. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Is what they did okay? No. But I get why they did it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like it, but I understand it.
Yeah. And my opinion on it is we've seen a Shohei Ohtani ball auction for $5 million, $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, these World Series baseballs can go for a lot of money now.
Yeah.
If you can get your hand on one. And in that situation, he didn't get the baseball, but your team hasn't been doing anything. Maybe they just trying to create a spark in the stadium or something like that. And, the Yankees fans, they do whatever they want to do and what they got to do like I said, they're just the most electrifying fan bases and very into it. And they're very invested in their teams.
I've said this to you and from someone who's seen it up close, AKA you, the Yankees are the epitome of winning. My dad and I are such big Yankee fans that this is how we look at it. An ALCS loss, a World Series loss, is a wasted season. Any Yankee fan will tell you if you don't win a championship, it's a bad season. There's just a different standard. It's irrational. I understand it at times. It can be irrational, but when you're a fan of that team, it's championships, and then it's the Yankees and everybody else. It's if you don't win a championship, you failed.
Yes, sir. Okay. Moving on. World Series. Dodgers win the World Series. You got any World Series Dodgers fans out there? Shout out to LA getting the championship there. Yankees fought all the way there to get there, but they just couldn't pull off their. They got enough anyway. They got enough World Series anyway. They ain't been there in a while, but they do got a lot of them. Puka Nacua seems to be injured again. Left the practice with the knee injury. Sean McVay said.
I got something to say about this because I've heard he's not injured. They're saying that so they won't have to trade him. What do you think?
I think he's injured, but they're saying they're just going to keep it. They're going to keep it like Mike Tomlin. He's going to keep it wrapped up until game time decision, and he's going to play. And
so
that's
you
what
do think he is hurt?
I think he's going to play, but because you just came back, the thing is, Sean McVay wanted to hold him back last week when Cooper Kupp got activated, and then he wanted to play. They were going to hold him, but he said he was available and he was very healthy. He looked healthy.
Yeah.
I think he went for like 106 yards or 121 or something like that. Went crazy off. No touchdowns, but he went off. And Puka Nacua is a great player. Hopefully he's not hurt. I heard that he's still on track to play Sunday. Don't know who they play, but Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, they got to stay healthy for this Matthew Stafford-led offense to be any good, because we've seen Matthew Stafford without Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, and the Rams do not look good at all. They do not look good without their two wide receivers. So yeah, they might gotta limit his reps, Vance. What you think? They might gotta limit his reps on game day.
They go to Seattle.
Yeah, and that's a tough place to play. You know that. But last week, I with Gino, though, they were like, it felt like a home game when they were versus the Bills or whatnot. The Bills fans know how to travel, and they travel. They traveled to Seattle. Seattle has been struggling, but that's still Seattle is a tough place to play. Very loud, very physical. They got that guy. I think his name's Witherspoon or something like that. Corner, very fast corner or something like that. But hopefully Puka Nacua, he looks set to play this Sunday, but you got to stay healthy. And the thing is, you don't see a rookie be this kind of hurt this quickly.
This often, yeah.
But Matthew Stafford knows how to feed a player.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's weird to hear about a young player injured this much. But I think if you have any quarterback to help you, you have the right guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you think Puka or Cooper will be traded? What do you think?
I think not, because the thing is, after what we see with the Rams, forget what team they played on that day where they went off, but it doesn't matter. But you seen how good they were with those players on the field, and they looked like their regular selves. And that's in that like a little bit of that kind of, not saying that Super Bowl championship run, but that offense definitely looked very good when they had those two players. So I don't see them trading them now because Cooper Kupp was kind of like took it from the trade block or whatnot. So I think they keep these wide receivers. The injury thing is definitely a problem, and to say that you're injured in week 9. And we still ain't even at week 17 in the playoffs or whatnot, y'all ain't going to last. Y'all wide receivers is not going to last. So, like T. Higgins, I can see T. Higgins being traded, though. I think I can see him being traded by the trade deadline. He's been injured.
I would argue, though, it's better to be traded. It's not traded. It's better to be hurt earlier in the season than later, because they want you for a playoff run. But I think T is gone. I do agree with you. What about Jamar?
But if you're hurt in the beginning of the season and your team's not winning games, what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? It only works if your team's winning. It only works if your team's winning and then you're injured and then you come back to a winning situation.
That's a good point. What about Jamar?
Jamar Chase, he's looking for his money. I see that he got that little insurance plan, $50 million if he gets hurt or whatnot, but you got to pay him. He's been balling this year, and he's been balling every time he is on the field.
The Bengals are notoriously cheap, though.
Yeah, and Bengals got a big upside to come from. It's looking bad for the Bengals, man. I'm not even.
I think honestly, T. Higgins fits your team really well.
Bro, I posted that. You see on my story, I said if we could trade for T. Higgins, that would be sensational.
Here's the thing, though. What would you give up? What would you give up, though?
The thing is, I don't think he's going to be worth a lot.
I'm not saying you will be, but what do you think you'd give up?
Maybe some late round picks, and maybe
they might want a player.
You might want a player, but I don't think it's going to be a lot to grab him. You're not going to be able to sign him anyway. You got Burrow on the highest quarterback one of the highest quarterback contracts in the NFL. You got Jamar Chase, who wants his bag at the end of the year, probably going to be this year, and he might hold out again, and they might try to franchise tag him, but he's going to try to get his bag. and they already franchise tagged T. Higgins for this year. So you got to get rid of one of these guys in any way coming down the line. We got some comments, baby. Jaden Daniel is in the chat. What's up, Jaden Daniel? What's good? What's good, bro? You got anything to talk anything to talk about? You got the best name right now, Jaden Daniel. Hey, we've been talking about it. Talk about the Jets game. Been talking about the news, what's going on here and there. How was your Halloween? You do anything for Halloween? What's that best what's that number one candy that gotta be in that bucket when you was growing up? Or if you still go out and trick or treat, what's that joint? And look, it's his real name too. I still love it. Jaden Daniels. Yes, sir. Welcome to the chat, Jaden Daniel. I hope you hit that like, that comment, subscribe button. We're here on set at 7 p.m. on Fridays, on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday. We on that joint. So hey, after every primetime game, me and Vince are on. Check us out. Shout Jaden Daniel
for you before we go
in the chat. Yes. Yeah, we ain't going yet. We still got a lot of stuff. We still got two more things to talk about. But ask your question.
Okay. For you and people in the comments, I got a question.
Hold on, let me respond it to old Jaden Daniel right quick. Should the Commanders get a new secondary or pass rush? I've seen them talking about trying to go at Za'Darius Smith. He's always on the trade block. Where's Jadeveon Clowney? Do we know where he's at? He's usually in the trade block. I've seen my Garrett kind of up in the situation. I would love a pass rusher for us, but our best
you should have gotten rid of Chase Young.
Our best need is a corner or a wide receiver. Just add to the wide receiver to the offensive firepower. We can kind of do what
he's with Carolina. Jadeveon Clowney is with Carolina.
Or shit. Chase Young pretty lazy, but bring Chase back. He's on the trade.
Rid of him.
Well, we got rid of him because he was injured. Kind of plays laying off. I think we should have kept Montez Sweat, but that's here no say there. I think we should have kept Cameron Curl. No say that. I seen Forbes picking up some players here and there. You know what I'm saying, but. You know what? Let's get back on topic.
So I had a question.
Jameson. Okay.
So my question.
Yes.
My question I had for you guys was, you know what? We'll save it for the end. We'll save it because as a thinking question for the end. Let's keep going. So Jameson Williams.
Okay. Jameson Williams could be looking at his third suspension. It's not looking good for Jameson Williams. You know, he had injuries and now he's been suspended. He's about to be suspended for the third time. Involved in a traffic stop where he had two guns in the car, not registered. His brother was driving the car, but you know, in that situation, you gotta take the fall for Jameson. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take the fall, but if you had two cars and basically the cops seen who he was. So they were kind of interested what he had going on. They knew him around the area, you know, the Detroit area, gonna know you. The Lions fans, they love their team and what's going on. But
how many times is an NFL player gonna get busted for the unregistered gun in the car?
Get your gun registered, bro. Like what are you doing?
It's not hard to do unless it's illegal.
Like that's what I'm saying. Unless it's illegal, it doesn't matter. There's no seconds. If you're an NFL fan, there's no second football team. You're not a real fan.
I have one because of my dad.
No.
So
I got favorite players, but I don't got a second favorite team. That's off limits.
If I had to say, mine would probably be the Chargers because my dad came to America and he loves LaDainian Tomlinson. So probably the Chargers but I have a favorite player, which is Josh Allen. But team-wise, I don't really have one. I like the Chargers uniforms, but I don't really have a second favorite team. I like Josh Allen.
Yep.
I know you're who's your guy?
My favorite, I could give you a couple favorite players. I love Justin Jefferson. I just love his vibe. Just like I didn't like Odell at the time, but I loved his vibe. You know, the dancing. Cam Newton was one of my favorite players, but in the league, you know, I love.
You like 21, Sean Taylor.
Kirk Cousins is my guy. You know, Kurt's my guy. Like
You're
I said,
Sean Taylor guy.
CJ Stroud is a pretty good favorite for me. I like that.
Hey,
what's your top
question.
5?
You said you're a Sean Taylor guy, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Sean Taylor guy. That's one of my favorite team.
Top 5 wide receiver.
Top 5 wide receivers, you got to go Justin Jefferson. I don't care if Tua was out, Tyreek Hill's second, just from speed.
I think it can be any order of these guys, honestly. I think, I'm with you. I think, okay, you might hate me, and I might be biased. When healthy, Ayuk's a top 5 receiver. I don't care what anyone says. When healthy, Ayuk is top 5.
I don't know about that, but it's personal. It's personal. That's personal.
So for me, I'll go
Ayuk is a really good wide receiver.
I'll go Jefferson in no particular order. Jefferson. I'll go
Bills
Justin
are a good
Jefferson,
team.
Jamar Chase,
though.
Brandon Ayuk in no particular order. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, AJ Brown.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson definitely.
Justin
Jefferson definitely good. But back on topic, come on, you got to have your gun registered, Jameson Williams. You can't, and this is your third. You already been suspended for a PED.
Steroids.
You already been suspended for gambling issues last year, and now you don't got your registered gun. Just get your gun registered, bro. If you're gonna hold one, I get
hard.
You got a lot
it's really not.
And I'm kind of on your side of Vance, because one of your players did get shot, and then Brian Robinson, he got shot a couple times for a robbery. So you do got to keep something on you, but you got to have it registered so you don't get in trouble. I know you're an NFL player. I know you got money.
There's no excuse for it not to be registered. You have enough money to do it.
Yeah, man. It's looking very bad for Jameson Williams coming down the stretch here. You know, the Lions need you. They really need you. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing great without you, but to add you would be great. They already lost Hutchinson. This is another player. He could he could be suspended again, and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense for you to not have your gun registered. Do these young players need more advance? Do these young players need more guidance? Do you need a leader to kind of, or is it just, hey, look, you're a grown man? I don't
know if it's guidance more so as common sense.
How do you feel about the Commanders and Giants game on Sunday? I feel good about it. It's a division game. We've seen it happen to the Ravens. They get beat by the Browns, but
anything can happen.
I'm gonna put it like that. It's a division game. But what was you gonna say, Vance?
I think it's not people being immature, more so as common sense says this should probably be registered.
Yes, sir, baby. Hit that subscribe button.
This more so should
much
be
love, Jaden Daniel. Much love, baby.
This should more so be along the lines of common sense says, is this gun registered? If not, I probably should get my gun registered. I'm not trying to go like the Second Amendment thing here, but like,
yeah, just get your gun registered. Exactly. You got enough money. You're an NFL player. I know there's people you can call. You got the money to do it, to get these things in situations to where you can have your gun with you.
How many careers would be saved if the players would just register the Glock in the car? How many careers would be saved?
And it just seems better. So when you have a traffic stop and the cop pulls you over and they say this NFL player has guns in the car, it just seems bad in news reports. Okay, but then they say, yes, we stopped Jameson Williams, but his gun was registered. It just sounds better. You know what I'm saying? It just sounds better.
But when they say unregistered, that's a felony. You can go to jail for that.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. That exactly. Yeah. So it looks like he'll be having some court situation going on here soon. So hopefully those things get kind of
resolved. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
no, I'm with you.
Don't want to see anybody going through anything like that. I know it's a bad situation, a bad little little topic to get into, but Jameson Williams has to be smart. These young receivers have to be smart. You're on the Detroit Lions, the best team in the NFC right now. Anybody else, you gonna argue with me? But I think the Lions or Lions, Vikings, Washington right
Packers.
now. 49ers are always in it. I'm gonna give y'all that. Y'all are always in it, no matter what. Shanahan just a great play
This
caller.
is the same point we were in 2021 NFC Championship.
Yes, sir. All right, Jaden Daniel, catch us on 7 p.m. We on here after every primetime game. We will be back on here Sunday talking about the Sunday games and some of the college football controversy or what's going on around
we'll
there.
Be back Monday
breaking news. Yep, if any breaking news happens, we're gonna talk about the Sunday night game on Monday. We're gonna talk about the Monday night game on Tuesday, and then we'll flip it back around. Like I said, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's when we on, baby. Come check us out on any of those days. But if we got some breaking news, we'll jump up on here and talk about that at any time, 7 p.m., baby. Remember that, 7 p.m. Thank you, Jaden Daniel, for watching. Anybody else, hit that subscribe button or whatnot. It's much love. Now, next topic.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Van. Go ahead.
Mine's for last. We have one more topic. That's right. We have one more topic.
Okay, well, we got one more topic out of Joel Embiid. He is not.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't. It seems like Joel Embiid is kind of mad at his fan base. He said, "I've broken my face twice. Came back early with the risk of losing my vision. Had broken fingers and still came back. I've done way too much for this fucking city." That's what he put it, like, fucking city, to be treated like this. Do you think Joel Embiid is getting treated some type of way? Do you feel like he's getting treated unfairly?
No.
You've
been injured every year, dude. You've been injured every year you've been in the league. How is that unfair? I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. You've been hurt every year. You've won an MVP. You're the reason your team can't get very far because your ass is injured. I'm going to be that guy. You're a good enough player to get your team to the next round. You're always hurt. Get your ass in shape. That's on you. When we were on radio together, you said that. You said he's not in shape.
These games to start
the season. He isn't in shape. He isn't in shape.
That's on you. Getting hurt's no one else's fault but your own. Do you think LeBron James gets hurt and then blames other people? No.
I think I agree with you, bro. I'm agree with you. Joel Embiid has just been sorry. He's been hurt. He's been cross played. Hey, Chaos plays back in the chat. I'm seeing it, baby. We seeing some faces come back in the chat.
Back to your point.
Catch better than Garrett Wilson catch. Shut up. That Garrett Wilson catch was better than George Pickens. George Pickens was difficult. I ain't gonna disrespect. His shit was crazy back and half. But let's get back on topic. Joel Embiid has been soft. You missed a lot of time. The money that 76ers are giving you, they're giving you that money to put in that nutrition, to put in that workout plan so you can be on the court.
LeBron. Is LeBron ever hurt? No.
Yeah, exactly. There's no excuse for a 40-year-old to be on court consistently and your big ass is off the court almost all the time. Guys like
Ben
Simmons.
You're a lot younger, and you're like 15 years younger.
Exactly. Guys like Ben Simmons, guys like Lonzo Ball,
John Wall.
We have been seeing y'all injured for too long.
John
it's time
Wall,
for y'all.
Derrick Rose.
Exactly. It's time for y'all to legit.
Stop making excuses.
On, bro.
You're the reason.
But let's listen in. Y'all tell me in the chat. Yeah. Y'all tell me in the chat if y'all can hear what Joel is saying. If not, I can I'll turn the volume up on the share screen. But let's listen in a little bit what Joel Embiid talking about. Let's listen to the questions he's being asked. What's going on with Joel Embiid? He's not liking his fan base. What they talking about?
These games to start.
It was never decided. Like I said, everybody has been on the same page. If your body doesn't react well, and if your body
I can even barely hear it.
And
I can barely hear him either.
The one thing I will say is the Philly fans, they don't give a you know what. They will boo you. They don't care who you are.
And then it's like, if you gonna put all the comments out, talk with your chest. To speak up.
Philly, also Philly fans, they booed Santa Claus for God's sake. They'll boo anybody.
Chaos plays, bruh. It's not your fault if you get injured. What they supposed to do? Stop time before someone runs into them.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
What you got to say about that, Vince? What you got to say to chaos play?
I already gave my piece. It is your fault.
Yeah. Look
at LeBron. LeBron's been injured once, 40 years old. He takes care of it. He spends $2 million a year on his body. Joel could do that. He has the money to do it. He chooses not to. That's on him. That's completely his fault.
For me, this is where I'm at with injuries. I know they can happen. Serious injuries like this, I don't talk bad on. ACL, Achilles, broken leg, broken arm, broken collarbone. That's something sudden that happens that you really can't do anything about. You over time having these nags and crannies and these things that can be worked out and these things that can be nutrition wise. That's on you and your money and you to put in the work, just like LeBron.
I think something you said, they have the money to do it. Joel Embiid is a multimillionaire 1,000,000 times over. You have the money to do it, do it. LeBron James is a billionaire, spends $2 million a year on his body. Joel Embiid has ridiculous contracts. He's set for life. Take care of your body and get in shape. That's on you. I do not agree with that. It's his fault. It's all his fault.
And I know Joel Embiid, he has the sources to say LeBron's a phone call away. What are you doing? Can I get some of your
You played with him in the Olympics. He was your teammate. Yeah. You literally played with him. You could have asked him, what do you do to get your body in shape?
No, I'm definitely with you. I think
no, it is
76ers fan base.
Chaos. It is completely his fault.
I know what you're saying. We drafted a wide receiver and he only played 5 snaps and got injured 3 times and he can't play until December 1st. Yeah, man, sometimes injuries happen, but come on, these are some things that you can kind of prevent.
As Dino and I said, we don't wish injury, but you can also prevent injury.
Yes. Like I said, broken bone, ACL, Achilles,
collarbone,
concussion.
Yeah, we don't wish that. We don't wish that on anybody, but there is a way to prevent it.
Yeah, those are some things that you cannot prevent. Like those are sudden things, like Hamlin's situation. You can't prevent that. You're just playing, and that just happens. And we pray over it. Hopefully, you get better. But you having little soreness in your leg, little nicks and crannies, you can kind of do something about that in your diet, bro. I'm sorry.
Because, Joel Embiid. You said it best when we were on radio. He's overweight. Look at Zion.
Yeah, exactly. And Zion, and the thing is, we looked at Zion. He was overweight. He was doing things, and now he's lost some pounds.
Zion last year, I'm going to use the word. I'm going to be that. Zion last year, you said it too, was fat.
He was fat.
Which calls spade a spade. He was fat.
Yo, what you think about the Giants gonna beat the Commanders? Stop it. Like I said, it's a division rival. If we lose,
chaos. I'll say what I said last week. If the Giants had a good quarterback, they might.
The thing is, whoever has the best quarterback ends up winning that game unless something crazy happens or your defense steps up in a big situation. But I feel confident in my team on Sunday. The biggest game was against the Bears. The Giants, I don't want to look over them, but kind of they kind of all over the place. You don't know what type of Giant.
No, he's not.
Chaos, get out the chat. Get out the chat, Chaos.
Okay. I got a question for the chat. Or
you dismissed, Chaos. Out of the chat.
That was
Chaos,
a miss.
You're out of the chat.
That was a miss. Okay. I got a question for you, Dino, and the entire chat. Okay. I want to ask you guys a question. It's going to be a thinking question. That's why I like doing these. What sport has the fittest athletes? It can be anything. Swimming. I have my answer. What sport has not the best looking, the fittest athletes?
I think because of longevity, I feel like maybe boxers. I would say
I don't even. That's not a bad. I'll say it like this. That's not a bad answer. That's not my answer.
12 rounds on like a 60-minute break in the corner.
That's not a bad answer at all. That's not my answer, but it's not a bad answer.
Out of the chat, Chaos.
That's not a bad answer. That's honestly not. Volleyball's not a bad answer.
Volleyball, thing is, volleyball, it comes with a lot of things, but you get subbed out a lot.
Fast.
The thing is, I think a most fitted athlete is if you don't get subbed out. Like, think about it. Like,
I'll give you
you have to fight the whole 12 rounds. There's nobody coming in for you. That's why I'm. That's why
not a bad answer at all, Dino. That's not my answer, but it's not a bad answer. I'll put it like that. That's not my answer. So it's a very niche sport. Have you heard of supercross racing?
Supercross racing? No.
So it's dirt bike racing. These guys are chiseled like Greek gods. Their lung capacity is ridiculous, and they're manhandling this.
But they're driving.
No, hold on. No, they're not. They're riding a dirt bike. They're not driving. They're riding it.
Oh, they're
They're turning with their bot. Their 220-pound motorcycle. They're throwing it around a corner.
And those be crazy racers, bro. They be getting injured at any point in time.
Yeah, they're jumping. They're cornering. Hold on. I'm trying to be serious here. They're jumping. I've seen them in person. They're jumping. They're cornering as fast as they can, and you can die like that.
Nah.
My best friend does it. I've seen people at races, and I'm not going to give names because legally I can't. I've seen people die in front of my eyes at that sport. I've seen people get run over at that sport.
That is a crazy sport.
They are the fittest athletes on the planet Earth. I will die on that hill. Their lung capacity is insane. They're fit. They train every day. They're fit as hell.
Whoever does long distance and track, they got it.
I think you could also. I think for me, that's not a bad answer. I'll say marathon runners. Also, I will say this: swimmers.
Slap and the Chaos Play said, what about slap battles?
No.
Have you seen those ones when they slap people, when they
hell.
just sit there and slap? I think it's just a funny sport. I think that's all.
What do you think? What do you think about swimmers?
I'm not getting slapped just to slap. Swimmers,
they're fit. Dude.
They're pretty fitted because they got to go back and forth. Exactly. I don't know how many laps it is, but you got to go back and forth.
Dirt bike riders are doing 2 half-hour motos as fast as they can. And the craziest thing is, this is why I say they're the fittest. The top guys, they'll get off the dirt bike after doing a half-hour race, right? And they not even winded. They talking just like you and me. Like they didn't even race. They're getting off the bike and they're not even winded. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, swimmers, they got to go back like 6 times. But I think to finish off today,
boxers, dirt bike, I think there's all those are great answers.
Fitted. But to finish off today, you know what time it is. It's that segment, the hot seat. The hot seat. Y'all name that team. Y'all name that player. Who is that player who was on the hot seat? Who is that team who was on the hot seat that say, hey, look, you might gotta put him out of there. You might gotta cut him. You might gotta, hey, look, you might be fired. Who is that player? Who is that team? Anything you thinking of. It could be any sport, any certain situation. Who is on the seat, man?
Raiders in general.
Raiders in general. That's a good one. Chaos Plays, Bryce Young. That's a good one.
That's not a bad answer.
Because that's not a bad answer because Bryce Young is getting the start this Sunday. He has to look. We have to see something out of this guy.
He has to look NFL worthy.
Yes, you have to do something this Sunday, Bryce Young. You got to get it going in some type of situation coming down the line. That's a good one. No, I'm not even putting that comment on the screen. I'm not even putting that comment on the screen. Jaden Daniels, like, shut up. Jaden Daniels is not on the hot seat. He just won it in a game. But for me, man, this is a hard one.
You made it. You don't even know. You made the topic.
I know, but I gotta kind of think. You know what I'm saying? It's on point. That's what it's all about. It's on point. Ooh, Bryce Young was a good one. Chaos. That was a good one. I'm gonna go.
Go NBA. Go NBA.
You want me? I could do one in the NBA. I could do one in the NBA. Joel Embiid, because you're calling out your fan base.
Or Paul George. Shit.
You're calling out your fan base on how they're treating you or what you're talking about. I'm gonna go them.
Get in shape, homie.
It could be multiple people. I'm gonna go the Lakers. They're on the second straight loss.
You could go Kawhi Leonard.
You can Kawhi Leonard. I can go anybody. NFL wise, I would say the. Let's think of a team out there that really should. I think the Bengals. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They just lost last week to the Eagles. The Eagles beat them. Eagles played very well. Yeah, but the Bengals are a legit team, but they have been struggling lately, and they don't look like
they lost last weekend. They should not have lost that game.
And their division is really tough. You got the Ravens in there.
Steelers are legit.
The Steelers are legit, and then you already lost like 3-4 straight to start, and now you lost another one. You kind of got to win out, or you might not make the playoff.
Yeah, Cleveland's not a good team. You should have won that.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's not a bad answer this year. He's not good.
Patrick Mahomes has been playing bad, but he's undefeated. You got to put it like that. He's undefeated.
Here's the thing. It's not a bad answer.
That's the only reason why I wouldn't say that. That's the only reason why I wouldn't say that. It's not a bad answer, but that's the only reason why I wouldn't say it.
He is undefeated. It's just not a bad answer, but I agree with you. Yeah, he is undefeated.
Yeah.
I'll put it though.
Yeah, not a bad answer.
Oh, shit.
Kadarius Toney. I don't even think he's gotten picked up yet. A guy that we should sign, and I don't know why anybody had to pick them up. It's kind of like crazy. Hunter Renfrow. Where did he go?
Yeah. Is he still on the Raiders?
He's a free agent. He's been a free agent since the start of the offseason.
What?
Hunter Renfrow was a nice wide. That's what I'm saying.
He's a good wideout.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. No, he's not. We would have seen that. No, Hunter Renfrow didn't retire. No, he's not. He's a young player. Hunter Renfrow's a young player. I don't think he's retired. I don't think he retired. No, I don't think he retired. But it's a lot of guys on the hot seat. The Jets, I would still say they're on the hot seat. The Texans are bad. Texans could be on the hot seat soon. They go against the Lions this week. The Cowboys. That's a good one, Vance. The Cowboys are on the hot seat this upcoming week. I think Michael Parsons is ruled out. Who do they verse? Who do the Cowboys verse? I'm not sure. He's on the Steelers practice squad.
He's not. No, he's not on any team. I just looked
He's a free agent. He's a free agent, isn't he? Hunter Renfrow, the great route runner. I'm surprised that he is not on a team. But I would, for my last one, and then we can get out of here. The Cowboys, I feel like they're on the hot seat, and they need to get. They go against the Falcons this week. Kirk Cousins is my guy. He's been balling.
I gotta say it. He will hear none of it.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Chaos. Appreciate it, Chaos. I ain't have it at first, but you got my back, baby.
I gotta say it. Dino will hear none of it. What will you hear none of?
No Kirk Cousins slander, baby. That's my dog, man. And he might could pull off a good win here, help his team out. Because
I'm the same way with Jimmy G.
Kirk Cousins knows he's playing for two teams. He's playing for Washington and he's playing for the Atlanta Falcons on one day. So
you still love
beat the Cowboys. You're helping out your former team who blessed you with a lot of money.
And they love you still. And you guys still love them.
And we still love you, Kirk. So hey, get that dub. Cowboys on the hot seat. But hey, we had a lot going on in this stream. We talked about Halloween. What was your favorite costume? Battery exhausted. My camera's about to go out, but you can still hear me. You know what I'm saying? I'll cut it back on in just a second. But what's that Halloween candy that must be in your basket on Halloween when you was young? What's the best costume that you had that you seen from any of the NFL players, NBA players, Jets? You seen the Garrett Wilson, Michael Jordan situation with that kind of snatch and grab? That was a good snatch and grab. Hold on, putting
You
my
gotta
battery
get outta
back
here.
in. Y'all gonna see me in a second. Got you.
You gotta
Got
get
you
outta
right
here.
quick.
Yep.
Got you right quick. Hold on, let me get my joint back on.
Yep, we gotta get going.
But yeah, man, we had a good stream. And doesn't seem like your boy's gonna get back on here. Camera exhausted. But hey, shout out to y'all. God bless. Y'all back on the stream. We'll be back on. When we be back on, Vance, tell them when we be back on.
We will be back on Monday after the Sunday games, the Sunday night game, and college football Saturday. We'll be back on Monday.
All right, baby. See us on Monday
God
at
bless.
7 o'clock. We talk about the Sunday night football game. We talk about everything. Y'all tune in back into the stream, baby. Thank you. God bless.
God bless.
Steelers don't own the AFC. Stop it.